Welcome back to some more EU4 with me, Daniel from Dan Has Fun, playing as East Frisia. Last episode, we kind of just beat up a couple of nations nearby, predominantly for the money, but I don't like to think it's too much like bullying. We're also going to be contending more in this episode with our colony side of things. Still haven't really decided what we're going to do with Manhattan that we acquired from the English. Don't know if we're going to be building around it. We don't have a lot of space right now, so I'm not sure how we're going to deal with it. I think our priority is going to be Atlantic Canada at the moment. Meanwhile, a lot of our provinces are being flipped over to sometimes the religion we want, sometimes the religion we don't. But it's mostly what we want. We haven't quite got it all the way there. But as you can see by the predominantly, we want this lighter, kind of lilac-y almost blue, rather than this dark blue. And we can see a couple of our provinces are being converted to Protestantism, which isn't really what we want. Speaking of religion, we can probably turn war mode off, thank you kindly. What do we want? Do we want to turn anything on, or just wait for us to charge back up? We might as well go trade, make some money. Because we're really at this point where we need to find a way to fund as many colonies as we can. But it's going to be easier said than done. Especially as we're trying to expel Westphalian culture. They have some reasonable province benefits they can give us, and I think they're more useful out on the other side of the Atlantic, frankly. So that's where we're going to send them. This episode, we're going to plot probably a little bit carefully. You can still see we have some people that are wanting to join a coalition against us. Nobody that's very dangerous, though, and the key is that Nassau is not one of them. Really, what we would love to do, if we could, is get a hold of Denmark somehow. Losing sailors isn't that bad. Yeah, we want to, if we can, attack Denmark, but it's going to be easier said than done, because despite the fact that they are a pale imitation of their former selves, they still have a really obnoxiously large navy we can't do anything about. So we're going to try and raise some funds to get as many shipyards as we can. Maybe we'll state a coastal state or two. Try and help with that. Luneburg's been flipped to Catholic, which is just fantastic. Not. Because it gets rid of the religious center. And we don't have any way to get it. Cool. So we've already lost a religious center for Reformed, so that's just fantastic. Thanks, Luneburg. Why do you have to suck so much? Ah, dear, dear. But realistically, we're pretty aware that we're not going to get a huge amount of buy-in, I suspect, to the Reformed religion. Minus 10% on tax, that's stinky. Yeah, we weren't going to get a huge amount of buy-in. We're just going to have to make it happen ourselves. And really the way to do it is every time we end up in a war with anybody, the secondary involvees, we're just going to convert them constantly. Yeah, we'll have level 11 military tech, thank you kindly. Our prestige is also in the toilet, which means our combat stats are also in the toilet. But on the flip side, our rubbish idea groups, as East Frisia, do mean in conjunction with humanist ideas that we're a very stable nation, even if we've had to switch religion. So it's not all bad news. Our colony's 2/3 of the way there towards becoming, sustainable by itself, I guess, for lack of a better term. So it's slowly making progress. And we just have to keep our eyes peeled. We have to check to see who shows up where. If England starts settling down in Florida, for example, that's fine. That's significant distance away. However, if they start colonizing like here, that they're doing now, this is bad news for us, because they can outsettle us very, very aggressively. Like, to an obnoxious degree. It's really kind of unfair, but what are you going to do? Our 17.5% rate is just absolutely dismal. So we may have to bite it and just try and get a couple of colonies down anywhere nearby and just not expel minority. We'll have to pay close mind. Because the other thing that's annoying is that, obviously, we're reformed, England is not, So even if we take colonies off them, they're the wrong religion, which causes instability for our potential colony. So that's not great either. But we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. So in terms of states, you don't have a coastline, you don't have a coastline. Riga's by itself, so don't think so. And you're one province, nothing. So really, we can't make a particularly helpful state that will give us more naval force limit. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Thank you. Get a royal marriage on the go. So really, our plan of action may well just be to start converting things. Unfortunately, like I said, Lüneburg's been converted back. We're at maximum everything with them. So really, they'll just do anything we say within reason. It's a shame they were flipped religion, because I bet they were pretty close to vassaling to us, just economically speaking. Needless to say, that will not be happening anytime soon as a result. I did send our spy that was, well, our diplomat that was doing nothing, to spy on Cologne. Cologne is allied to Nassau, which is terrible, but they're in two chunks. So if Nassau ends up involved in something, they might not defend them. So that's something to keep a close eye on as well. I don't really want to go after Brunswick because I don't want to break our alliance with Frankfurt particularly. That's not a priority for me. Mainz is a possible option though, because they've been expanding. You can see they've taken land from Hesse and from Trier as well. They don't have anybody that's particularly scary, so we might even start doing that now. Let's not take it from our vassal, though, that still hates us significantly. They're not in a rebellion phase, so they will help us if they, if we end up at war. So let's throw a spy over there. There's not, from a state perspective, not super helpful, because I don't have any mutual provinces in a state that they're in, but go start somewhere. Our vassal is probably going to have some revolt going on with peasants. 10,000 peasants, that's quite a lot. We'll go help them. At the shipyard, we should start building some, as soon as we get the force limit, we should start building some more ships. So we're up to a force limit of 30. Dortmund is going to be defender of the Reformed faith. That is absolutely adorable. So what we're going to start doing is start building galleys. Galleys out in the big sea are rubbish, but against Denmark, which is our next major priority, they're going to be, well, straight up essential. They get an enormous bonus of 100% in this area because it's an inland sea. And that makes them far more useful than even the heavy ships. And they're an awful lot cheaper too. And they take up less space. Oh yeah, I'll just eat 2 prestige for that. That's a cool flag, by the way. I like that flag. Shame it probably won't hang around all that long. Not through my own choices, hopefully. But it's still pretty cool looking. We still have a loan to pay too, do we? 135? Okay, that's not too bad. Mothball all our forts. That will save us about 3.5 gold a month. I would rather build a building, I think, than pay that off right now. 1.74 is pretty close to 2, though, but that's fine. Yeah, our colonial building is so slow that I'm worried that England's going to finish this before we even complete ours. We'll see. France is nearly done with the second one, so they'll probably go here next. Ah, converted to Protestant. That's not what we want to see. We want to see reformed. Oh, and our master recruiter just bit the dust. Interesting that none of Denmark's territories tried to convert yet. Interesting. Yeah, take the discipline guy, please. So yeah, playing this game to relax a bit. Now, it'll probably be... I imagine this will probably get uploaded maybe a couple of weeks after I've actually recorded the video. But yeah, we just have to deal with today, the day I'm recording this, with taking one of our cats to the vets find out that they need to have surgery to get some kidney stones out of their system. So I'm a couple $1,000s lighter, and I'm not enjoying the feeling, but you can't let the cat suffer, right? Hurts my wallet, but you don't want to hurt the cat. It's very, very sad. Weird too, because the cat he didn't show any real indications of being in any pain or distress. It's just weird things you notice, like just being in the litter box a really long period of time. We all get another idea. Yeah, it's the only cat I've ever spent money to buy, and it's the cat that just keeps costing more and more money, and I don't know where we're getting it from. So if anybody wins the lottery, let me know. I need my own Nigerian prince. Converted to Reformed. That's what I'll do. Yep, thank you for getting the right religion. I wonder if we'll be able to reconvert Lüneburg back. Not sure. Yeah, it absolutely sucks that they lost that centre of Reformed Reformation, I guess, for lack of a better term. Because it's not like we're going to do that here. Potsdam is in Brandenburg. It's going to be way too big to flip religion. Same with Sweden. Yeah, just a bit unfortunate. Although it's funny, we are starting to convert... Well, the centre of... Reformist Reformation is starting to convert England as well. New debate needed. Yo, we lost that. We're going to lose our diplomat in a minute. I wonder which one's going to get rid of, because they're all doing things. I want the Diplo points, but the Diplo development cost benefit's not that important for us right now. That's a tiny amount of money, so I don't think so. I could get the other diplomat again, but I don't think that's really the way to go. Although, having said that, if the effect is still in place, I'm going to put the claim on Paderborn now. Nope, it's not in effect. Well, we should have pulled the trigger earlier, but it's fine. So what debate do we want? I don't need cheaper light ships. If there was cheaper galleys in here or something like that, I would take it. There's naval tradition, but not really what I'm looking for again. Yeah, all these options kind of suck. So I'm just going to go with cheaper advisors, I guess. And we will certainly pay 0 Republican tradition. It's more than 0, but it just means less than 1. And given that we do have a positive amount, yeah, it was what? How much was it technically? Can I even tell what the current number is other than just 99? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, that's fine. So when it comes to Cologne, we could drag Nassau in, but not as the Holy Roman Empire, just as a regular ally, not a co-belligerent, because we have a valid CB. If we were to do that, Austria won't join right now because they like Cologne, and that's unfortunate. But hypothetically, just in terms of numbers, I did not mean to click that. Thank you. You can see we still have a problem. Nassau is still so big that we are pretty much the same numbers regardless. And because Nassau is near us in the middle, France would come here. Nassau would then just come and kick our backsides, frankly. So we do have to wait a bit longer. What even is our limit now for forces? Yeah, we have a lot more we can go to, but we can't really afford it. Like I said, our priority has to be naval right now, which is a shame, but what are you going to do? I guess you should upgrade those. They are the transport ships, but they should still do it. Let's get another shipyard in place. That gives you a full 2, I'll take it. Yes, France has gone for plaisance, which makes sense. It gives them the border. They'll probably go here next. They might go here, but they'll probably go here. But if France wants to have this area, I'm fine as long as we can get this. That's really my priority. I'm just hoping that eventually when we both end up with colonies, they don't attack each other, because that could drag us in against each other. And that would be terrible. That would be very bad. That would be very, very bad. Okay, we're back to high fervor, which must mean we must have ran out. I guess you get this number when you're at 90, not at 100. That could have made the spying action cheaper, but I don't think it's that high a priority. Yeah, go back to trade, please. Do you want to go for admin tech level 12 right now? It doesn't really make any sense. We'd just be paying extra for no reason. I mean, if we really wanted to, we could. Yeah, we're not gonna state Iceland. It's not worth it. We should probably state something though. There's just not very many good options. So I guess we're gonna go Broswick. It's the one that's the most valuable. We did complete a mission. We have the generic mission tree. Oh boo! I need the extra DLC. So we can get a permanent claim on every neighbouring area, which I think now's a very good time to do that. I think that's a great idea. Permanent claim on a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of things. Including the Livonian Order, which is always an interesting idea. They're just allied to Hungary, which would, again, kick our backsides right now. But we can always keep our eyes peeled on that. Yeah, we now have a lot of claims. And because they're permanent, I don't have to worry about spying on Cologne. Is there anybody we even want to take on? Do you have any claims or cores on anything, Verdun? Doesn't look like it. Nope, you do not. That's depressingly unambitious. You're a free city, so you get defended as co-belligerent. You're not, but I'm not going to take a -5 stability hit to make that happen. No, thank you. You're allied to Frankfurt, which I don't want to lose my alliance with. Nassau would still jump in on defending Cologne. We could attack Mainz now. Mainz, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. France would even join, which is interesting. Don't think we need them, but it is interesting. So you're allied to Aachen, Cologne, and Ulm. The problem is if I made Cologne a co-belligerent, it's going to bring in all of their allies, including Nassau, which is absolutely not what we want. But we could 100% make this happen. We're going to do that, I guess. Should do this, just so we have that fort building immediately. So in terms of troop numbers, Frankfurt... Here's my problem. If I have Frankfurt join the war, I wonder if they would claim this area as their own. What claims do you have? Yeah, you have claims on everything around you. Is that the whole state? No, it isn't even the whole state. They just want this province because they can. Greedy, greedy, greedy. I don't think they're really in a stance to do anything about it. They don't like us particularly much. I guess now that our vassal does not completely despise us, we should have a, turn on our allies' assistance type diplomat. But I think we'll attack without Frankfurt. So we could do this and this. How many favours do we have with France? 24. I might bring them in just for safety. Not because I'll need them in this war, but if we get declared on, then at least they're kind of there. So maybe we'll just do this. We'll make the... Well, what do we want? Koblenz, probably? What state are you in? Lower Rhineland? Which is the Palatinate. Yeah, I think this is probably the war goal that would make sense. So we'll make Koblenz the war goal. France, Austria, Lüneburg. Declare. We're going to go attack them straight away. We might not have the best stats in the world, but I would like to hope that we can at least do that at a 3-to-2 ratio. And I don't want them to flee to that fort. Oh my lord. Okay, well that's not good. Please join me, because this could be bad for me. Fine, we'll bring in Frankfurt as well. It'll just stop us hopefully getting fully stack wiped. Yeah, there we go. That was nearly a very poor decision. Don't want you to tag. You can go there. Oh, you have to take the world's most enormous route. That's fine. Honestly, going to sit here first. No. Can't lie. I'm going to go and bop you first. There we go. That was a stout wipe of mains. Because they sat in a really dumb place. So if Frankfurt claims these two provinces, I'm not that worried about it, but they hopefully won't get chance. And now France is just going to go around and curb stomp Cologne, probably. Oh, they found gold. Portugal found gold. Okay, they're going to go sit there, that's fine. Okay, we're going to go sit on Cologne then. How many troops do we need to siege it? I would assume 10, but we'll take a look. 9, okay. That works for me. And then, yeah, France is just going to bop everything. I don't see that they would have a claim on anything over here, so they should theoretically give it to me. We'll see, though. I guess while we wait, we will manually... No, not the south. Frankfurt, we're just going to improve our relations a little bit, because you're probably not going to be happy with the war result. We can't take eternal land because of the aggressive expansion, so we do have to be somewhat careful. But as you saw with the Bologna playthrough, I'm just not very good at sitting still. Like, I have to be wrecking things pretty much all times. Is that a fort? Yes, it is. We'll go up and siege that instead. Austria, you don't need to get involved. It's fine. Stack wipe. Thank you. Ulm has already started to, want to peace out. I mean, it makes sense, only a one province minor. What would you give me? I don't want to bother reading all that. That's fine. I'll just do our own peace treaty. I trust me somewhat more than I do the AI. So we're going to say, we could pillage, but it's not worth it. No, I want to force religion and take a little bit less money as a result. The more nations I can force to being reformed, the better. So we're one down. If you guys could stop sitting on my stack and causing astonishing amounts of attrition, that would be great. Please take siege ability right now, 100%. That'll speed this process up. And we also want to do this. That will speed up our global settling amount. So that's definitely a good idea. What are we up to now? Well, a whole whopping 60 a year. Oh, gee, settle down. Meanwhile, Britain's at, England's at 100. But we're about to finish. We're at 982. We're doing it. It's killing us, but we're doing it. Siege of Cologne is done. I'm just going to move you out of the way because I don't want to get attritioned. And now it's pretty much just waiting for Mainz itself to go down. It's only a level 1 fort. I was about to say and Cleve, but Cleve's done. What do we want to do here? Institutional spread is very helpful, but it's not super critical right now. War score versus other religions is pretty helpful, but I'm going to go prestige for missionary conversion because our prestige is abysmal. So it could do with being bumped up pretty quickly. We need to get more galleys, so we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 to get up to force limit. We will pay off that loan. Our colony is at 997 people. And there we go. So we get 2 prestige because we've got a colony to be self-sustaining. And because we sent people over, they get that bonus on development. So, next priority. Probably going to Piktok. We have to wait 1 day. I want to expel, but I can't, because right now I just want to send a colonist, and then I'm going to revoke them immediately after they land, because we need to start kind of claiming a little bit of adjacent space. I was hoping you would be out of the way, but it's fine. We'll probably end up settling here instead. And then we'll just have them move later. Cologne is ready to peace out. They are going to be probably too big to convert. Yeah, 158%, so we physically can't do it. So we get war reparations. We're going to get a load of money. We have claims on everything, so we might just want to take Paderborn. Yeah, it's only 10.5 aggressive expansion, so I think we'll just do that. We could force them to release nations, but again, is that useful for us? Probably not really. We're just going to break their alliance with Nassau. And we're going to use a whole 18 admin points to get Paderborn. To be fair, it's only 5 development. It's not a high-value province, but it's part of a state of South Westphalia, so we definitely want it. Pretty embarrassing at numbers for a middle of Germany state. We've got a whole whopping 20 total development, but it's better than a kick in the derriere, I guess. So while we wait for Mainz to get sieged out, I'm going to show you what happens when we have a colonist come in and run. So 71 days. What's going to happen first? Is the colonist going to get here, or is Mainz going to have its siege complete? Oh, Aachen wants to peace out too. I guess we should. No, I'm not going to do that. Sorry, Nassau. Too bad, so sad. Aachen, we should be able to convert. Yep, 45%. Thank you. Could pillage them, but I'm not going to bother. Thank you. You are now reformed. That's how easy it is. That's fine. Oh, why did Portugal set us as a rival? That's weird. Okay. You do you, I guess. Yeah, we're going to take the army tradition. Thank you very much. How many days is it? 10 days. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, they're now here. So what we're going to do is move our army over in case we have a revolt. Because there's a chance. Not a huge amount, but there is a chance. We're then going to recall our colonist immediately. Wait 1 day. And then we're going to send it here. We're going to expel minority this time. I can't do this too many times because otherwise we'll run into problems. But the reason why I want to do this is because we'll be adjacent to this English colony, which we will hopefully be able to vacuum up, albeit it's in a different colonial region. We will see. We do still have to be wary of England. They are bigger than us. For now. Okay, unconditional surrender. Mines must have just been... yeah, it's just been sieged out. I am very happy to give those 2 provinces to Frankfurt for now. I suspect they'll give it back to their rightful owner, I say loosely, but it means Frankfurt will love us. If we take this, that puts us at 26 aggressive expansion. That's too much. That's 18. That is also too much. So I guess Paderborn was the province we were going to get. Can we... yeah, we can force religion on the rest, get war reparations. There we go. So we gave our ally a couple of provinces there just to help them. It's funny that they don't like us very much because of the unlawful territory, but also we just gave them tons of stuff, so maybe you can deal with it. They're also at their favour cap now as well. So maybe they could suck that up a little bit. Let's see what they give back to Nassau. Yeah, if you want open borders, you can have open borders. And we are so close to be able to get level 12 admin tech. We're going to wait, though. And we're just going to watch for a second and see if Frankfurt gives any of that land back. Doesn't look like they're going to. Good for them. Small nations love to be wimps and just give it back, but I'm really glad that they said no. They're not a free city anymore because they have more than 1 province, but for them that's progress. And we can say we help the little guy, even if it's to help us. We just won't talk about that bit. So now we do have 2 colonies on the go at the same time, and you're going to notice that first of all we get a colonialism CB because we're next door to one of their colonies, but more importantly the cost of getting the colonist out there is going to get very, very expensive. Right now, it's only costing us 4, but it will get exponentially more expensive. Although if I would have been tempted potentially to go for a triple, but I think we'll be okay on 2 for now. We still want to make money. And we still want to build shipyards. That should be fine. What kind of numbers are we at now? Okay, so we're still building to our force limit. That's perfectly okay. And I think this might be a nice tidy place to end this episode. So we took a province that we weren't directly aiming for, really, at least not in the war we created. We have converted a few nations to Protestant, to Protestant, that's not true, to Reformed. I'm just used to saying Protestant because it is the better religion in this game. What are you going to do? But yeah, we have watched Luneburg fumble the bag something fierce. That's a shame. But we'll see next episode if we can spread it some more. Maybe by the end of the next episode or the one after, we'll actually have a fully fledged colony. We shall see. Hopefully you stick around to find out. Like the video if you did, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.